Hello everyone, this is Tanuj Jhankal, Assistant Professor in the Department of Electrical Engineering at Jaipur Engineering College. In this video, we're gonna study about V by F control of induction motor. Okay, so this method is also known as variable voltage variable frequency control, because in this method we have to vary the voltage as well as the frequency. Okay, so it is the basic and widely used technique for speed control of induction motor. In this method, we vary synchronous speed, means NS. To vary synchronous speed, we change the frequency of the motor. As we know, the formula for uh, synchronous speed of induction motor is N is equals to 120 F by P. So if we vary the frequency, the speed will vary. If we vary the frequency, the speed will vary. And we also can also change the speed by changing the number of poles. But once the motor is designed and manufactured, that it is not possible to change the number of poles of the machine. So by varying the frequency, we can change the speed. This is the basic diagram where induction motor is fed from a three phase. Now here we not only consider the speed, but there are too many other parameters which we have to change, or we can change to control the speed. Once we change the frequency in the induction motor, there are many parameters that will change. Okay, as we know, in induction motor, if we only changing if the frequency is only changing, then motor will go into saturation. So we cannot change frequency only. Okay, but can change frequency and voltage both. See, let me show you. See, as we know, in the induction motor, stator current is equals to flux producing component plus the torque component. So that's why I have mentioned it, that if I change the frequency only, then the motor may go in the saturation. Okay, so as we know, ES is equals to 4.44 Fi TPHK, which is the voltage equation of or the EMF equation of induction motor. Okay, the ES is directly proportional to F and phi. See, because the 4.44 is the constant, TPH is constant, and K is also constant. So we can write it as ES is directly proportional to F phi. So phi is directly proportional to ES by F. If only frequency changes, the flux may increase above its permissible limit and will lead to the saturation of the motor. So we will maintain the flux constant. That's why this method is also known as constant flux method, and the induction motor is also known as constant flux machine. So and and ideally this method is known as V by F, assuming that the drop developed in the motor is negligible as compared to the terminal voltage. So ES can be replaced by V, and that's why this method is called V by F. This figure shows the V by F characteristics or V by F control of induction motor. It is showing different torque speed characteristic curves for different frequencies. See, here you can see it is constant. It is the constant torque operation is performing or performed by the drive, V by F drive. But here after this, you can see the drop in the curve. This zone is called constant power operation of the drive. Okay, so here it is the constant torque operation, it is the constant power operation. Now we know the equation of torque is given by this: T is equals to 3V square RR dash divided by S, and in denominator we will have omega ms into RRS plus RR dash by S whole square plus xs plus xr dash whole square. To get the maximum torque, what we will do, we will derivate it with respect to s and equate it to 0. So what we will get the maximum slip, okay, from the torque equation, or we can say the slip for the maximum torque. So slip for the maximum torque is equals to STM, slip for maximum torque, is equals to plus minus RR dash. In denominator we get under root of RS square plus XS plus XR dash whole square. So on solving this, what we will get, STM is approximately equals to the plus minus RR dash upon RR dash upon XR dash. So put this value of S into the torque equation, we will get so I am not applying this value, I am applying the previous value in the equation of torque instead of S. So I have got this equation, I just replaced S with the value everywhere. Here you can see here, okay. Now on, this is the torque equation we have got by solving that equation. So now on neglecting the losses, what we will get, Tmax is equals to k v square work by x r dash, okay. So as we can see, there is no relation between Tmax and r dash in the above equation, but maximum slip depends on r dash. So Tmax is dependent on r dash and its value is very large. The value of r dash is very large, okay. Now what I am doing, I am applying the value of omega ms, xs and xr dash in this equation. Now on replacing them with their values, what we will get, 3 upon 2 into 2 pi f into v square. In the denominator we will have rs plus under root of rs square plus in the bracket we will have 2 pi f ls plus 2 pi f lr dash whole square, okay. Now I have applied a plus b plus a plus b whole squares formula, which is equals to a square plus b square plus 2ab. So I have opened this, and on solving this we will get 4 pi square f square as common in all the three terms. In this term, see here 4 pi square f square, again here we have 8 pi square f square, so we can take 4 pi square f square as common from this term also. So what we will get, ls square plus lr dash square plus 2ls rs, which is nothing but a square plus b square, a plus b whole square, okay. So I have replaced the equation by this ls plus lr dash whole square and taken 4 pi square common, okay. Now again I have taken frequency common from this equation, so f square from this term, and here we don't have the frequency, so f square came into the denominator, and here we also don't have the frequency, so f is again in the denominator, and in the numerator we will get k upon f, k into v, k into v by f whole square, okay. This is the torque maximum equation when we consider the rotor referred to secondary stator side, okay. Now the plus and minus sign in the maximum torque equation are representing the motoring mode and the generating mode, okay. Now when the frequency is not low, that means high speed operation, the rs upon fs is very greater than 2 pi very less than 2 pi ls plus lr dash, so we can neglect it. So maximum torque is equals to plus minus k v by f whole square upon 2 pi ls plus lr dash, okay. Therefore we can say, as it is the constant, it is also constant, k is also constant, So we can say Tm is directly proportional to V by F whole square. Okay, that's why we called it as V by F control. So if we take it constant, the torque will remain constant. If we not change the ratio, the torque will remain constant. So if we want to maintain the maximum torque constant, we have to vary voltage and frequency both. Okay, so this can only be achieved by ignoring the losses and operated at high frequency region. Now we have to discuss the effect of loading on the torque. So there are two types of torques in induction motor. First is electromagnetic torque and second is load torque. Now in any situation, an equilibrium state take place between two torques. Okay, what is the equilibrium state? If load torque increases, then the electromagnetic torque will decrease, and if the electromagnetic torque increases, the load torque will decrease. We know the load torque depends on the load connected to the shaft. As the load increases, then the electromagnetic torque will decrease because it is responsible for the shaft rotation speed. So as the load torque increases, as the load increases, then the electromagnetic torque decrease as well as the speed will decrease. So if we want to drive this, we can use the formula P is equals to omega T. Okay, for constant power operation, P is constant, so we will get the relation between T and omega. So if we increase the speed, it will increase the load torque and vice versa. This is the effect of loading on the torque. Okay, I hope you have understand the effect of loading on the torque and the V by F control of induction motor through this video. Thank you.